Welcome to the Muted.
What up? What up? What up? What up? Welcome to the Muted. Plumes of Hazard. I was too into it. I was into it,
It
and
was a pretty hard beat.
I forgot that I was muted. Welcome everybody. And it's Mass Blasto 9, and these are my co-hosts. Fubaka looking mighty fine with his. I thought you were wearing a chain on the small image. It looks like you had a chain on. I was about to be like, yeah, in character.
And, I need a chain now, don't I?
He did got a chain.
I think you need a chain.
Gold chain. That's what I need.
I think you do need a chain. And slapping that can for some cilantro, we have the Angsel Vapor. Cilantro.
You can call me 31 Kravitz or something. I don't know.
Cilantro farts. Let's just get this out of the way. Crazy week. So I'm gonna get these sound bites out of the way now because they will be insensitive to use later on. So we'll get that one out of the way. There we go, and that's out of everybody's system. And man, what a day! What a day!
Right. It started at like 3 a.m. or something. It was crazy. Not funny, not cool.
Yep.
Don't understand. Don't get it.
All kinds of craziness happening. So we will try to bring a little bit of chillaxing for you. Man, my camera's like
we normally do.
Like we normally do. So we'll put you to sleep.
This isn't the ideal home show.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
So,
welcome. Definitely not, because now that Massey typically isn't hand checking any setups, and in food I usually have 1 or 2 setups each. Maybe it doesn't take so long to get done with that.
No.
Well, one setup guy.
No sleepy. Yeah. No sleepy time.
To cut anybody off beforehand, I don't know what's going on with my camera. Like I was screwing around with the settings and stuff just a few minutes ago. It's weird. I don't understand. Fubaga is not as sharp as he normally is. I'm not sharp. My lighting's all fucked up. Nothing's changed here. I go out of town for a few days and everything goes weird.
Everything goes to shit. Mine looks kind of grainy. I mean, to myself, but
none of us are in
everywhere
HD.
else it looks okay.
I haven't been able to get HD in Hangouts. Weird. Do you think they may have disabled it?
No, because Masty's in HD.
Not to me.
Yeah.
He is to me.
Does it have a little thing in the bottom?
Just like always, it takes like a split second for it to show up. Like when mask comes up, it's like boop.
You see a little HD thing for like a second?
Yeah.
Damn, yeah, I haven't seen that shit.
Yeah, but you don't see it for yourself. You should see it on.
I'm saying I ask other people. I don't see it. So I'm just like, what the fuck?
I no wonder my damn squonk hole is getting plugged with all this cotton I got up in here.
Cotton in your squonk hole?
So much cotton in the squonk hole.
Oh dear.
Got to get that airflow though. Look at that airflow right through the middle. It's that gap. Mind the gap. There we go.
Mind the gap.
There we go. Mind the gap right there. Ooh.
Did you submit that to that gap?
I did. They said get the hell out of here with that vape shit.
They probably did.
The fuck?
That is some delicious stuff.
Have you not seen all the vids your wife made while you were gone? That's
creepy.
Mildly unsettling.
Hang on, let me PM Robert real quick. If you have them,
I'm thinking it's a joke.
maskblast09@gmail.com.
I don't know what he said, but
is there some woman on the internet that's sleeveless that looks like angsty? I'm hoping that's the case.
You got putting time up for that. So,
we're actually sending this guy after him. He's coming.
You were it up.
I had a feeling that was coming tonight.
Fucking coming for you.
I was feeling it in the air tonight.
That is none other than Rabrat Wicked's and good friend Mark.
It's true.
Don't hate me for it.
No hate. I mean, never mind. I was about to make a really off-color joke. I'm gonna stop. So obviously, shitty weekend, and but the week before that for me was a little weird. I was on the road, so I actually purposely move my work travel plans around so we could do the show at home and do my normal after-hours client work that I've got to do for work on Mondays right before this. I'm doing it right now, as always. So I stayed home last week on Monday to do this, and then the rest of the week I was traveling. And I've got a couple of things that we could chat about that. We should probably do what we're vaping on first.
Yeah. What you vaping on?
Well.
Wow. Whoa. Did I see a lower third?
Holy shit.
It's been a minute.
Holy shit. Patreon.
Read it.
Who need cash money?
Because fuck JG Wentworth. Patreon.com/Foo needs cash money because fuck JG Wentworth.
.org.
Y'all know who JG Wentworth is.
So that's the thing, is I know the name and I'm sure I've seen a commercial, but I'd be damned if I can remember what
I bought a brand new top hat and I need cash now.
Call JG Wentworth. Give some cash to Sean now. I'm gonna wake my kid up.
I have a Garmin smartwatch and
You know he's watching.
So those are the good ones. What are we talking about? Oh, right. What am I
vaping on?
Titan Prototype Squonker. Snowdrift.
Mm-hmm.
Daredevil RDA. Double helix top. Angsty visual cues. I was like this. I was like,
oh, sorry. Yeah, I was definitely not looking at the screen because I was pulling up my heat doors for which to share later, but I'll do that in a minute. As always, lately I've been using the Limelight Freehand. It's a MOSFET unregulated swanker, and on top this week, instead of a Narda, I've got the Haku open tip, of course, and then some of the last of my rail cracker in here. I do have a little bit more. Hopefully some more coming soon. Zach. Daddy needs juice. So that's what that is. And then and I've always got a billet box rolling around. This time it's the red one, which is the one that I get pissed in. And the Exo set is inside. And there's an Omen, not Poe Edition chip because that's on my black one. That's the Poe Edition integrated tip. This is my first integrated tip that I had from Omen, which is really good. And I've got another thing that we'll talk about in a minute. Ooh, it's finished charging too. But we'll be talking about that in just a minute. Lasty, are you finished vaping now? You got anything going?
I've got the unmuted RDA.
Fuck. I'm like, I'm talking. Why is he not responding to me? Oh, shit. I got the Mulciber on the old OG 3D printed smoker. And in here, I got some delicious, which I got in a few days ago, actually. It's been 3-4 days. Some sweet pea.
Ooh.
Sweet.
Mine's still in the box. I haven't gotten to it yet.
Dude, you need to open it. You might not like it. You don't like
I've just been vaping Snowdrift. So, and I'm almost done with it. So as soon as that's done.
This shit's good. This sweet pea is good.
I dripped a little on the Fanger
really like it.
Last week when it came in, but I haven't baked it yet.
I'm gonna have to burn this squonker though before I put anything else in it because I have Snowdrift in here now.
It's good shit. So thank you for sending that over.
H.
Yep. Good stuff.
Is the shizzle dizzle. Awesome. That's good. I hope that I'm gonna have a free minute in the next few days to tear in a couple of those, and that one in particular is the one that I'm looking forward to. I need to probably set up something maybe on the Dia for that. I was, by the way, I was trying to think a little while back about how I could get an even better vape for a squonker than the Nardo. And I think I came up with something, and you can kind of tell me if you think this is a good idea or not. But I made a double Nardo.
So I was hoping you'd pull out a pack of cigarettes.
No, there's a reason why. I was needing somewhere to stash this other Nardo, so I put it on there. And then I looked over a few minutes ago. I thought it was kind of funny. A double matching Nardo. But anyway, that's that. I did roll on up to north of the Mason-Dixon line for my work trip this last week. I was in New Hampshire for a little while. Flew into Boston.
Cop?
Was that?
You fucking cop.
Yeah. Flew into Boston and drove up to New Hampshire. And then while I was up there, I decided I was in the north part of New Hampshire, and it's a small state anyway, so I rolled up just a few minutes, like 15 minutes north, into Maine, and had one of these for the first time ever. I'd never had one of these things before.
Lobster rolls.
Yeah, lobster roll. And I did tell the very friendly older lady waitress that I had never been to Maine before, and I was like, well, I figured I should come over and get a lobster roll. She said, "Oh my God," and did her old shtick and told me about Maine, and it was fine. So I had myself a little lobster roll.
Oh yeah, are those house chips?
They're not house chips. They were just like Lay's or something, Ruffles.
I love when places have their own chips. I'll usually get instead of fries.
I completely agree. If they make their own chips, I almost always get it. But I was also going to mention this guy up here. So I figured, Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, I should also have clams while I was up there because they're also pretty famous for their shellfish besides lobster. So they had clam cakes there. And I was thinking, like crab cakes, which I'm familiar with, and I've had in Maryland before, and they're very, very good. And by the way, I also have had them back down south. I mean, I'm from the deep south on the Gulf, right? And we've got blue crab down there, and we eat we eat shit out of those things too. So we have our own crab cakes down there, which are slightly different style, but still really good. Anyway, so I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll have a clam cake. I've never even heard of such. So this thing came. Fu, have you had a clam cake before?
I don't think so.
Okay. I hadn't either, and so I just ordered them, sight unseen. This thing is basically a solid puck of starch with like some clam seasoning. I used the word puck on purpose because it was very dense. And I told the lady, because I ordered two of them, they were a la carte, and I ordered two of them, and the lady came over, she said, "Oh, you didn't like your I'm like, I was like, no, it's not that I didn't like it. I ate one of them, and I was like, it's just not really my thing because, well, it just wasn't really my thing. It was kind of where I left it. I was like, but the thing that I realized while I was eating it is if I lived in Maine when it's negative 1,000,000 degrees up here, that shit would probably keep me super warm for a while because it is dense."
So it was basically a little bit of filling and a lot of breading.
Yeah, but not even breading, like real dense breading. It was sturdy.
Well, that crab on that hoagie there, that hoagie bread looks like Shiat.
No, that's
what could be better.
That's chopped lobster. And the thing about the lobster,
no. The bread underneath is the bread looks like it's a little bit stale-ish. There at the end, you can see the
young garlic
bread.
No, it's toasted. It's like it's actually the roller is really good. So it's kind of like it's kind of like Texas toast, but just cut differently. So it's like a thick, kind of softish kind of bun that was split down the middle and then toasted with a little butter, kind of like Texas toast is. Obviously shaped and cut differently. But
did your shit smell like the docks?
Kinda. So the thing that I had forgotten. So I've eaten an amount of lobster in my life, and it's usually been knuckle and tail meat. I had forgotten it. I've only had claw meat a couple of times, and I'd forgotten how much more funky claw meat is on a lobster. Because I think this place was really it was well reviewed, and there were local people eating there. There was no tourists that I could see there. It was definitely like a local kind of divey place. So I think it was really good, but at the same time, like it definitely has a funk, just a little bit different of a smell.
One sec.
Yeah.
Mark Elliott, That's disappointing. It looks great in the pic. That's like getting the hottest woman ever and finding out she has a massive cock.
Do you want to share? Yeah, Mark. Do you want to share with the class?
That's pretty fucking disappointing, bro.
That sounds really unfortunate. That is absolutely more terrifying and disappointing than this was. I'll put it that way.
Holy
I
crap,
think we need to give Skeet an acoustic guitar so he can tell us about this one.
I was just gonna play the scrat. We pull the pants down and you get scrat.
Open up.
It's all good. Plus, their cock's bigger than yours.
Well,
that's funny. So it was definitely a good experience. I'm glad I tried it. I don't think it's necessarily for me. I really like the knuckle meat parts. The ends of the claw meat definitely got a little bit of a funk that I didn't love. And this is coming from somebody who loves seafood, and seafood of all kinds. So I don't know. It just I don't think it was bad. I don't think it was my thing.
Yeah.
If it was all knuckle and tail meat,
it's okay. I know it was Yankee seafood, so you can't like Yankee seafood.
That's not. Ooh, I enjoyed the shit out of the Maryland stuff that I had.
Just busting your balls.
My balls. So that was a thing, and it was exciting. So I was glad to get to experience that. I enjoyed my time up there. I'm glad I had a lobster roll. I think next time I'll try the clam cakes somewhere else.
Microprocesses.
Microprocess. So let's see. Texas toast from Sizzler. I don't know if I've ever been to Sizzler before. I've been to Golden Corral once or twice when I was a kid. Is it different there?
Golden Corral is the shit.
Golden Corral is fucking shit over here.
Golden Corral is great here.
No, Robert, you're fine. I appreciate the apology. It's totally fine. It was mostly an excuse. It was mostly an excuse to put you in timeout because it was a tasteless joke. I like the fact that you can just say hold on for just a couple minutes, right? Just like I don't have to kick you and like ban you from the channel.
I'm sorry, Charlie Murphy. I was having too much fun.
That's right. That's right. You can just say you're sorry, Charlie Murphy, and it's all cool.
Yeah. Golden Corral down here is no bueno.
Yeah.
Fast food in the New York City area generally is good because there's just so much of it and there's so much competition. We have like mad chains over here.
Well, they're first of all, they're expensive as shit, and the food is just sitting out for I don't know. They got the steaks are. I went there a while back, and
I'll go for the cheap shrimp. That's what I go for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mark's still talking about it looked really promising to pick. It was really good. I don't know if you've ever had lobster club meat because it would taste exactly like it's supposed to. It's just not really my thing, right? It's like some people have a hard time with super oily fish. Like mackerel and stuff, right? Because it's really fishy and it's perfect. Like it's perfectly accurate that it's fishy, but some people don't like it. That's quite that fishy. Same kind of thing. I just don't think that the end of the club meat is my thing. That's all. It was very good. I enjoyed it. I was glad I did it. Although I did opt for the warmed up with a little bit of drawn butter as opposed to mayonnaise because I don't really like mayonnaise. Yeah, not my thing.
That butter.
Also not my thing. Let's see. So, what was I going to talk about? I was going to talk about flying and vaping and what I brought. So the last time that I flew, I used my billet box really heavily, and I was kind of expecting the same thing this time, except for I also, as you could tell in that last pic, brought my freehand because I figured, well, when I wasn't at the office, I could still have a reasonable vape in the after hours. So, oddly enough, I didn't end up using my billet box almost at all the whole time I was gone. What I did during the day was use this little thingy, the Swaron Air with some 25 milligram Nick salts in it that I bought from Gaslight. And they had like a deal going on a while back. They were like, I think it was like $30 or something like that. And you got like a free 30 mil of juice too, like Nick salts and the thing for like $30 or whatever it was. So it worked pretty well, and I was surprised that it got me through. I'll put it that way, right? So during the day, I didn't really have a time to go out to have a vape, and plus there wasn't really a place that I knew of that I could go and have a vape without looking like a jerk, because I didn't see anybody smoking around, and it just it wouldn't have looked good on me as a contractor, as a consultant, right? So since I didn't see anybody smoking stuff, I kind of didn't. So I basically stealth or ghosted this during office hours pretty much all week, and it did fine. And fortunately, I'm down to 3 milligram nick anyway. So pretty much the only thing vaping does for me is give me a little bit of, wakes me up and just a little bit of a, a thing. It's not like something like when we were smoking that I had to have, right? Like it's been an hour, haven't had a cigarette, I guess to have a cigarette right now. There's not so much like that anymore. Now it's, when I go to take a piss, I'll take a drag out of this and just ghost it on the way to the can or whatever. So it worked pretty well. I think the thing that I've got in here is still the blood orange. Is that what it is? Not that one. Still have these two sitting next to me. Blood orange lemonade. That's what it is. I couldn't remember if there's another fruit in it, but yeah, blood orange lemonade. The battery lasted me pretty well. I think I'm about maybe a third, maybe a quarter to a third of the tank depleted, and the battery died on me the last day. So reasonable, not too bad. And obviously the capacity of the thing is pretty solid, right? It's that whole quadrant up here is all juice. So that worked pretty well. And then the last 2 days, I found out that there was a smoking section on the other side of the building that I hadn't been to. So then I could bring this guy out and actually have a real big boy vape.
Tits.
And there were two, so the security guard and I saw 2 or 3 other guys are out there actually vaping. Now this place was a technology centered sort of office building in this particular large company that I was working for. So there happened to be a lot of Indian folks there, and they smoke quite a bit, right? And so most of those guys were smoking, but there were a couple that were vaping, and there was the security guard that was vaping, and one other guy. So I actually got to engage a couple of them and talk to them. They were all vaping, Cleros and whatever. One of them was like a straight up like old school Ego pen with like a CE4 on top, but it was working for them, which is great.
What year is it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was a little surprised to see it, to be honest.
I saw one the other week.
I mean, it was working for him because I asked him, I was like, does that do it for you, right? Is that helping you off the smokes? And he said, yeah, it was. So great. That's awesome. The security guy had just gotten, what's Bigglesworth's favorite tank? Not the Cleto.
The TFV8.
TFV8. He said the TFV8 he just got off of because he kept getting he had like a 50% failure rate in the coil heads. So he went to another one. I feel like he said the Cleto or something. That's what he went to. But on some, whatever, Sigilli, something or another, so it was sitting on top. And again, he was happy. That's all that counts. I got to talk to him a little bit about rebuildables and stuff because it seemed like he was on a bit of a budget. I was like, if you can get a rebuildable tank, it'll save you a lot of money, after an initial investment. So we got to talk a little bit about that, which is cool. So that was awesome. You guys know that since I work out of the home, I don't get to talk to too many people like at work anymore and like talk to smokers.
Socialize.
I don't know any smokers anymore. So that's the thing is I can socialize on, with video chats and stuff with my colleagues and my clients, but I don't like go to a smoker pit, and I don't personally like have friends. I don't know anybody that smokes anymore. They used to be most of my friends that smoked.
And the ones that didn't want to start vaping?
Yes.
Broke their necks.
Or ones that just quit, or ones that I just don't happen to talk to anymore, but not for any causal reason. So yeah, it was kind of cool seeing some of the other side of that for the first time in a while. Like it's been a while since I was in a smoking pit. I thought that was kind of cool. Let's see. Still convinced tilapia is a fancy word for carp. Tilapia is a different fish, though. It's not carp. They kind of look a little carpy. It's true. Yes, you soak on the corner of this little funny thing. It's weird. So, I still don't think it's a very good vape, but it's functional.
While you talking about your thing, Angsty, I read a funny on ECR, which doesn't happen very often. It was a dumb thread, which was a possibly dumb question. Does vapor attract bees? And I'm like, oh, okay, let's see this. So I click on it. The top comment says, yeah, the bees in my backyard all have ear gauges and flat billed caps now.
and
yeah, I was I was laughing and trying. I was laughing very silently earlier while you were talking. I'm like, you caught me off guard.
Somebody has something to say about that.
I think that's pretty funny. Yeah, I kind of did, right? It just goes to that little swore on thing. So the other thing that was kind of weird that happened was happened to my freehand and my normal Narda that I run on top of here. So the whole time I was gone, and that's all I brought, by the way. I brought this and the Narda and this forearm thing. The whole time I was gone, every time I took my Addy off, it was really hard to start the thread again, which it had never been before. And of course I do that because I've got a refill ball. I didn't really think about it until the last heading to the airport, which is a long drive, by the way. It was like an hour and a half through Boston in traffic. So it was actually really hard to get on that last day. Like I had to like push the pin in and then kind of thread it on and basically just catch it. And it was firing okay, but it just wasn't right. And then when I got off the plane after a 4 hour plus, trip, plus, airport time before and after, I went outside because I wanted to bait, and I couldn't get my Addy on. Wouldn't go on. Like in fact, I could just basically take the 510, or I could take the Addy and the 510 on the Addy and just push it in. And it went, and then it would spring back out. I was like, well, fuck, right? Something happened, and I must have, either the 510 in here is messed up, or something, something's wrong with the threads in there. So I couldn't quite figure it out until I got home. I got home and realized that that Narda would thread perfectly fine onto my Dia, securely threaded down or whatever, but it would not thread into the other thing. But then I took another atomizer, took the Haku, and threaded onto the mod, and it worked perfectly fine. It was something happened between that atomizer and this mod specifically, because in any other way it didn't make sense.
Simpatico.
So what's that?
I said simpatico.
Mm-hmm. Or anti-simpatico. And that was Will's said was the one who suggested to try another atomizer in here, because I hadn't even thought about it, because I still had blinders on for being traveled, for being gone. And I hadn't been home for an hour or two or whatever. I just didn't even think about having, I should do some better troubleshooting. So I did that. And when I found out all the other stuff, I was like, so what's going on with this particular atomizer? So I was like, well, I wonder what it looks like up close. So I took a picture of the Addy in question next to another Narda and zoomed it in. And that's what do we see? So if you examine this
some docking going on.
Yeah, boy. Mm-hmm. You can definitely see that we are squared off here, and the normal atomizer. This is my oldest Narda right here. It's got normal looking sharp.
Our OCD viewership is not going to appreciate this.
A what?
Our OCD viewership is not going to appreciate this.
Probably not. It's a little dirty. Sorry. So I thought this was really weird. The only thing that I can think of is this was my, I think it was my second or third Narda that I ended up trading to a buddy of mine. And then it eventually made its way back to me via another trade rather. So this was my old one that left my care for like a year and then came back to me. And the only thing I can think of is these threads, he was threading them on something and had to crank it down or something, or it sheared the shit out of them, whatever it was. Because by the time it got back to me, apparently they're square as fuck.
That's more than cranking down, because that is getting squared from the beginning.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
the very first thread you can see, it's still got a little bit of a lip, and that's it.
Yeah.
Everything else is just flat. So I don't know what the hell's going on or what he was putting it in, but something happened. And now I guess, and at some point I guess it just wandered out of spec enough to where I couldn't, to where it was out of spec for even the freehand to deal with, and it wouldn't thread on there anymore, which is kind of wacky. I did go through and clean out my freehand threads just to make sure that none of that shit, got left. And this 510 did get some gray, had it like dark gray material come out of there that clearly wasn't the juice. It wasn't rail cracker because it's tan or brown, right? But it's not gray.
It turns gray after a year.
I wouldn't know. No bottle has ever lasted.
Actually, it turns gray my hair waiting for my bottle.
I tried to be real quiet so your face would stay for a minute.
I saw you ducking down in the corner of my eye.
Yeah, I was like,
oh, damn it.
Don't laugh.
Not funny.
So that's so I thought that was kind of interesting. So that can happen. I guess the thing to say there is just be careful with the shit, right? If something's not threading on well, don't keep trying to crank it down because you can ruin a pretty rare atomizer. I mean, outright. If this was my only mod, I would not be able to use that atomizer anymore, right?
The threads were only 3/4 in sync, so you're missing the Lance Bass.
Yeah, it did a little machine work on its own. That's exactly right. Just.
I think Al asked, "Can you recut the threads?"
Well, no, because it's actually missing metal at that point.
Yeah.
It's literally the tips. The points of the threads are gone. They're now cut down here. So if you repointed them, it wouldn't help. It would just be wobblier. If
spray a little Windex on
it. Just spray a little Windex on it. That's right. I'm sure that'd work fine. Speaking of friends of ours that make juice, did he post in our group today? I told him he could.
I told him that he had. All he has to do is let me know before he posts, just so I can bless his post for him.
Yeah, he asked last night, and I don't think he did. So since he didn't, you want to talk about it? I feel like I've been talking for a while. You can definitely announce it.
Yeah.
Once there was a boy named Bay Jigglesworth. He has a thing called Bigglesworth Labs. He, he's actually vaping Snowdrift right now. It's his 2nd anniversary. Yay. How is he celebrating this? He has 6 flavors.
Mm-hmm.
Snowdrift, Prairie, Valentine. Fuck. Those are the only ones I vape. What was the 4th one? He's got
Come on.
He's got Amity and he's got Homeward.
Amity, Valentine, Snowdrift, Homeward, Prairie, and Amalfi.
Amalfi, that was the one I was forgetting.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Hangout crashed. I'm back.
So you can get all 6 of those flavors. You can get 2 of each of those 30 mils for $1 each. That's $12 for 2 of each flavor. So he's giving away 8 or I forget the number, but it's 2 of each flavor. You can't stack.
Yeah, you get.
Well, you can
right,
get up to
so
12.
The limit. Yeah, you can get up to 12.
Yeah.
And out of the 6 flavors, you can only get 2 of each. So you can get the whole line times 2 for around $19 shipped.
Shit. And
to certain places. But
on top of that, there's a 25% off coupon, I believe.
What? No.
On regularly priced stuff.
Oh, on regularly priced stuff, yeah.
Yeah, on stuff that's not 30 mils.
Yeah, so that's 360 mils of legit
let me
for about $19 shipped. So check it out, bigglesworthlabs.com.
Fuck, where was that thread that I had open? I fucking closed it. Damn
it. These posts crack me up. Stuck in Iceland at the airport with no juice.
Yeah.
I'm at the airport for a 10-hour layover. Long shot here, but if there are any other vapors here with some spare juice, would be a lifesaver. Seriously?
Dude, I don't go running errands without a couple bottles of juice. That's not a freaking trip. Right? I mean,
well, so in the thread somebody posted, just out of curiosity, I googled vape shops near Iceland Airport, and there was a duty-free shop at the airport that came up.
There you go. Yeah, you need to carry your shit with you. Now, if you didn't have access to your charger or something that happened to be in your check bag and your batteries were dead, okay, fine. But
yeah,
you should probably have juice and Addy with you and a mod. Well, you should have all your batteries anyway with you, right? That's the rules. Got it.
Yeah, but he didn't say about batteries. He said just juice.
Well,
see, and a lot of people are saying I vape, but I always fly with snus I carry on my mod typically, but trying to sneak a puff in the airport bathrooms and then be in the air for hours with no vape is just a pain in the ass. Well, that's a good idea.
Stop being a bitch.
Huh, apparently somebody suggested nicotine-infused toothpicks.
Mm-hmm.
Just take your juice and just put it on your finger. Just. I mean, I tried juice like that anyway.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, no, I don't get those posts out there. Did you share the link to Bigglesworth, I assume, when I was dead?
The 30 mil anniversary link is here. Just a heads up, and it says it at the top of the screen due to or not our screen literally, but on the website. Oh wait, I can't fucking post links. Here you go, Angsty said chat. It says due to an influx of orders, our shipping times have currently increased to 3 to 5 business days. I've ordered from them several times, and my shit's usually shipped the next day at the latest. Yeah. So just to give you an idea of they're probably getting fucked right now. I haven't ordered yet.
He said they had like 500 orders yesterday. He was getting slammed.
Okay, so there is no 25% off coupon. That's automatic at checkout, and I can't read the last part of that sentence. So
there you go.
No.
Right on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna order something.
So, are you done, Inksy?
Go ahead. You, if I'm not.
Oh, I was going to talk before I forgot. So, according to the London Fire Brigade,
yes,
basically they, Inksy, here's the link so you can.
I've got the link. That was actually my next thing I was going to talk about. Go ahead.
Oh well, then talk about it.
No, I'm just saying I have the link. Go ahead.
He's like, I'm done talking.
Yeah. Well, no, talk about it because I haven't read the article. But anyways, the brigade welcomes Public Health England's support for e-cigarettes as a key way to help smokers quit tobacco and reduce the number of smoking-related fire deaths, which is insane to hear these numbers.
I'll share.
Yeah, insane to hear these numbers. The figures are even more startling as the number of Londoners who smoke has dropped from 18.2% in 2012 to 15% in 2016. And I'm looking for 4 times as many people smoke as they do vape, but there are 250 times more smoking-related fires, meaning vapors far safer an option in terms of preventing fires. I think there was only 15 fires caused by e-cigarettes, where there has been close to 3,600 smoking fires. That's a shit ton of fucking.
I like those percentages, Tom.
Yeah.
Wow. So
those are exactly the stats that I was going to pull out, Bessie. So well done. That's exactly right. I thought that was really interesting, and it makes sense because all we see, in our little private vaping world is we see, all
the article
these,
back up.
We see all these, battery explodes because people are being retarded or whatever. But
right.
the actual this.
Yeah, dude, that beard is whack.
Yeah, the beard's whack. I think it's mostly the mustache.
Nah, it's a little scraggly. He needs to comb it, needs to trim it up a little bit.
But let's look at.
He needs to get rid of that soul patch. That
the soul patch is horrible.
He needs to get rid of that. That's fucking ew. No,
yeah.
That's a hairy butthole right there. That's what that is.
That's definitely a hairy butthole.
That's no. See.
Wow.
If you got the wax soul, if you grow it out that long and that's what it looks like, just get rid of it.
Yeah, it just needs to go away. And
mine barely qualifies.
This bothers me. You've got these like really awkwardly long hairs here, but he's like cut these so they stand straight out. I don't know. It's a bad beard.
Wait, do you see how he trimmed his mustache hair based on his vape trajectory? Raul Madden, where are you?
Yeah, right.
Look at that.
Here, hold on. Let's
that
see.
That is a next level neck beard right there.
Let's see what we can do here. So let's see.
Oh boy.
Straight, and then we'll start screen sharing. Does this work?
Yes.
Does this work? It doesn't work.
What are you trying to do?
Where he needs to go mass Madden on the on that dude's fucking whack beard.
Yeah, here, let me move this over. Get this out of the way. Get my terminal out of the way. Get my stuff out of the way.
Ew, wait, no. Get that green off the screen.
All right, is this good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zoom in.
So this, I believe, this is what you're talking about here. Let's get some weird like pinky ready garbage here, like that.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, we gotta do this up Bob Ross style.
So we're going weird, awkward angle here, but vapor going here. I don't
Right.
understand.
He's protecting the, because say if he wants to blow it up a little, right?
Right.
Look at where the hair meets his lip and the top portion of his lips, right? It's trimmed flush,
Right. Like this.
right? But if you go to the outer edge of his lip to the corner of his mouth, he's not as diligent about trimming those hairs.
Right. Well, and it's not. It's this weird angle here isn't helping either. What is this? Who has a lip like that? That's really weird. Like, is like lip is part of. What the fuck is this? Whose lip looks like that?
Probably may have dipped
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah. That's true.
Damn,
So
Anksty's chat is low. Oh, there it goes.
this, I do think that this is the standout part is that needs to
Yeah,
go away.
but I also find his mustache hairs to be funny in that they get.
Yeah.
It's almost like a mustache mullet. Look at it.
It is exactly like
It's business in the middle, party on the outsides.
this is bad. There
It's
we
a
go.
vape deflector. Vape deflector.
There we go.
Yeah, because I have to trim mine all the way around because sometimes I vape in not one direction. I go right at corner of the mouth action right there.
Side chop.
Maybe gets there.
Corner
you
pocket.
trim.
All right. So there's that. That was
Sorry. Lessons in terrible facial hair.
yeah. I'm really glad you mentioned his whack ass beard.
I couldn't go unmentioned.
Mm. Good. It's a vape deflector. Yes.
Look, if
But
you're gonna make vaping look bad by having a beard, at least have a good beard.
Yeah. I think that's a good takeover. Oh boy. And by the way, the hat tip for that goes to the user M Stave on ECR. I did happen to note the user who posted that link. Yeah, Liam, that's exactly right. Why is the mustache like half shaved in the middle except for the little pointy outy hairs? That was the weird part. Besides the whack soul patch area.
See, I mean,
Hold on.
mine's a little long, but at least it's uniform.
Right, it's the same all the way around, which is that's what counts. You should do that.
Kids these days.
Can't take them anywhere. And if you don't have like a glorious mustache or it irritates you like it does me, just shave it. Just cut it off. It's fine.
If you have a mustache, don't do an Amish beard either. Just don't.
Just the strap.
The
Under the chin?
yeah, just the mustacheless. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's true. They just cut that, right? That's right.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. That is something that just drives me crazy. Like I can't let this go for like more than a week. Or as soon as it starts touching my lip, that's got to come off.
It's also a conservative Muslim thing too, to no mustache.
Oh.
Nah, I can't. No.
Interesting. What is the
I've had my mustache longer than anything else. I'm kind of attached to it.
Sure. But what's the Jewish thing is you can't. It's like your jawline, right? Like you can shave down here, but you can't shave above it or something. I don't know. I'm not a Jewish person.
I forget the what's it called? The rule on that.
TF Cook says, note to self, never send pics to Plumes of Hazard. It's true. It's true. And we're not immune from that either. Like I've definitely been mass maddened before multiple times.
Yeah, this guy didn't send us his picture. He happened to be used as a stock photo for a vaping article.
Yeah, never send it.
So, and if you're asking me, that's a very like posing for the grams kind of pose he was doing. So he did it to himself by having an adequate facial hair.
Meganox says that's Gaelic genetic. When I grow a mustache, it does the same thing in the middle. That's cool.
Huh.
Just shave it all the same length, or shave it off.
Looks sloppy. That's all I'm saying.
This looks sloppy.
Stop it.
I just nitpicked it to shit. That's all I did.
To be it's not like I think the only person that has to really worry about it is his girlfriend, because that's the person that has to kiss him. So fine. I do think that this part that was the worst part.
Yeah, there's like fucking crumbs in there and shit.
Yeah, it's no good. That was no good.
We're still on this, goddammit.
I know. We're still talking about that guy's ugly beard.
I don't know why it bothers me so much. It just does.
Well, that actually was my final topic to talk about tonight, I think. Not that, but the one the master brought up, the fire brigade. Lord, that was hard for me to say. Brigade.
Pretty good.
That was a,
say with me, brigadier.
I did one thing that was kind of interesting. I did my billet box leaked on the plane, which I thought was kind of interesting because I dumped it out beforehand. So before I got on the plane, I opened the tank and dumped it out into a trash can, and because I only had a mil or two left in there or whatever, so I just put it in the trash.
Didn't that happen to you last time you took your billet box?
Did it?
I was gonna comment while you were saying that you took it with you if it leaked, because I could have sworn I thought you said something leaked.
I don't remember.
Why?
I just thought it was kind of weird because the tank itself was basically empty, right? I didn't wipe it out or anything, but it was basically empty. There should be no reason for that system to really leak very much, and it wasn't much. It was a couple of drops. It was still annoying. I don't know. Weird. I guess I should have cleaned it out a little better, I suppose. This did not leak, by the way, at all, which I thought was also interesting. Although I didn't inspect down into the contacts, they seem to be good. I kind of want to go back and watch the video, the episode after I got this, and I gave my review of it. I want to see the face that I made. Ooh, sharp.
So I just had to comment because I know we didn't get to, me and Angsty didn't get to the coil vape stuff yet.
Yeah.
However, he sent a flavor that I have had before, that Angsty's had before, that Master's had before. But he sent me a lot of it. Like this much of it.
Wait, hold it.
Holy moly.
Is that like a 480 or something?
If I was a betting man, I'd say this is a 500.
It's possible. Yeah.
Not quite.
Damn, son.
I mean, it has to be. Is it? Because this is a 240 that I've got here that's half empty.
I don't know. Let me break it open and ask.
That's quite. It's quite a bit bigger.
How big are you? So yeah, thank you, Dean. And this is, he sent us the newly packed this and that one.
Mm-hmm.
That one I really want to try. I've just been a one setup guy, and Snowdrift is a dirty bitch in terms of
it's sticky.
Visual. It's sticky in terms of the smell. Yeah. So it's a good thing I got myself some 91% alcohol this time instead of 70%. What I do is, because it's going to be in the 510 as well, so in the process of cleaning up my squanky bottle, I'm going to fill it up with isopropyl. I'm going to go out of the 510 into my sink. It's fun. You should try it sometime.
Got to make the noise, though.
Yeah.
It's part of the process. Yeah. That's actually a reason I've been meaning to buy just a giant bottle of VG.
And Dan.
So I can do that, too.
Wait, can you squeeze that bottle again? I want to see it on the screen. Squeeze it. You better go check that ordering.
Can we do it again?
Yeah.
Almost blew my door off.
That one blew my door off a little bit. say the same thing.
Almost made my door off a little bit. Oh man. Oh Jesus Christ.
What the hell was that? I broke past.
Well, that's the end of the show, y'all.
What, do you need to go wipe or something?
I think he does. Oh man, I'd hate to be that fucking chair and them underwears, boy.
Teal Cooks, you never
I
get
don't have
the
a
smell
weak
of
bitch ass stomach like you, boy.
You never get the smell of an abolishment out of the bottle. I don't know. If I wash a bottle out with pretty warm hot water, it seems to
Always
get cleaned
there.
up pretty quick.
The smell doesn't bother me. If I taste it, then that's another problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Because when you're vaping it, it's like even if there's a little bit of residual smell, like it's gone. And some juices, especially like Snowdrift, you want to kill the smell of a fucking Addy, a smell of a juice in your Addy. Put Snowdrift in it, or Abolishment.
Yeah.
And none of that is as bad as that friggin' cantaloupe garbage that I had that was in that. Holy shit.
Was that the cantaloupe tobacco or no?
It was just cantaloupe. It was like a melon e-liquid that the guy had in it before I bought it. It was the squape
That was
case that I bought. Holy shit. I couldn't get it out. I broke that thing down to stainless steel and seals and could not get it clean.
Nasty.
Yeah, I mean, I use cold water, I use hot water, I use the ultrasonic hot water, ultrasonic with cold water, ultrasonic with soap in it. I use the ultrasonic with vinegar in it, and then I soaked all the seals in pH or Everclear, soaked them that overnight, washed them again. It doesn't. I did everything to that atomizer. I could not get the cantaloupe stink out of it.
So, Angsty, have you seen this guy? Let me pull this up for the billet box, which I figured is going to be your favorite side chat. It is an Ultim Boro tank.
Surprise, surprise, darkness.
Have you seen that? Angsty? Did he freak out?
I'm just stuck. I clicked over myself making a horrified
He had his
face.
poopy face. He was like,
Oh, I didn't see it.
The fuck is that black thing?
That's a plug.
don't shoot.
What?
Yeah, it's a plug.
With the
Yeah, to fill it.
For the butt?
No, look.
Oh, it goes on the front even.
Yeah. Here.
Looks like a fucking
here's
canteen.
ready? Boro unplugged. Oh, it's black and white. Oh, wait.
Where's the weed go?
You put your weed in there.
That's actually neat, the plug. I like that.
Why?
Why is it not changing? Oh, there we go.
Why?
I
There
like
we
that. You got my hopes up. I thought there was a clear one.
Not bad?
Oh,
Bad.
that-
Bad.
Gross. Why the fuck would you do that to yourself?
I'm going to make
Wait,
Ultim
wait.
tanks for the billet box.
Are you ready?
Piss in
Hey,
some snow
have
and
you-
sculpt it.
Hold on, Angsty. It gets better. Have you seen the Ultim battery? Here is the ultimate Ultim combo.
Except
is
for
in-
it's red. It's the
Wow, this looks like Dot Matrix's fucking setup.
Actually, this is kind of cool.
Or
Check this out.
strippers.
Can you imagine
Here,
using that
check
little plug tank? Look at that pain in the ass.
No,
It's
check
like
this out.
needles.
This is kind of cool.
Oh, this is the worst idea.
It looks like it looks like some shit I got at the Container Store. For real.
Uh-huh. No, that's
So,
dumb.
there you
Sorry.
go.
I don't know who made
This was posted to Ultim Boro tank for the
It
billet
looks
box.
a
There
little
you go.
rough. I'm not gonna lie. It looks a little rough.
Does look good.
So, yeah, there you go.
That looks like Mander says it looks like Beyonce's vape. Yep.
Yes, it looks like it's tied on with dental floss. It just looks like a terrible idea. Just all around. Just a terrible idea.
Amazing.
Mesty says amazing. I say terrible. Yeah, no.
Makes it easy to spit in someone's tank. That's for damn sure.
I mean, look at that. Look at that. I mean, all they needed now was the DNA 40 Ultim scrambled screened.
Look at that. Look at that broke ass Reptar on his screen.
Yeah, well, that's the normal one that comes with the build box, and since it doesn't have a USB port, you can't change it. So you got to see that one all the time. First of all, second of all, if that's the ultimate Ultim setup, he can't even be arsed to put a freaking Ultim drip tip on it. Come on, that's like the first piece of garbage shit. That
He can't have a fucking gold billet box.
Or yeah, in the gold billet box. This
fucking
is
post.
I call bullshit on this whole thing. Horse shit.
No.
Hey, that thing with them 49er colors, it looks like it'll play better than the 49ers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That does bring up a good point, though, Masty, that I made before, but I can go ahead and reiterate it. If one is so inclined to use SSV titanium in the billet box, you can't.
Uh-huh.
Because it doesn't have the profile for the SSV titanium. And it doesn't have USB.
How would you put that profile on there?
You can't.
What do I need to be able to do that?
A ISB port.
Okay, senor.
ISB port. I feel like we talked about this.
No comprendo.
No comprendo. ISB. ISB.
Ah.
ISB.
ISB. So awesome. Now I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
So I can throw
Peak
it.
colored.
Tank 1 watts. Tank 2 watts. Tank 3 watts. Tank 4 watts. No preheat nickel. Low preheat nickel. High preheat nickel. Woot nickel watts. No stainless. No nothing. Can't do it.
Yikes.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't get it. And I like I said, I love this product, but I don't get that. If you're gonna put a DNA 60 in it, you gotta put a USB in there somewhere. And for something that's immaculately engineered and designed in general, gotta do it. Is that it?
Biggles. Wow. Okay, this sale's running a lot longer than I thought. We're going to post a link in the description. While you're down there, please like and subscribe and the thing I was doing before.
Yo, Angsty, I forgot to tell you.
Patreon.com/food needs cash money because fuck JG Wentworth.
Hey, Angsty, I forgot to tell you. I had some not pecan pralines, but I almost said it when we went to the local ice cream shop here, and I ordered some butter pecan ice cream.
You know, I like Bougon chicken sandwiches.
I almost said fucking pecan pralines. I'm like, what? No,
Begin.
So I did order butter pecan, and they were like, okay, no problem.
Butter pecan, like begone, like margarine.
Yeah, butter pecan. I can't believe it's not butter pecan. Butter pecan. And no battery news today because battery mooch is not in the chat. So
we got a vaping biker in here, but no mooch. I figure those two try to come in like 5 minutes apart. Like if they came in together, like we'd know they banged right before they came in.
Ooh. You go like schoolgirls. Oh man! All right. All I got.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and cut it in an hour tonight, folks. Thank you very much for coming by. If you came by for live, thank you for watching it. If you are watching it later on the video on demand thing, we will be back just like we always are. Next month.
And this one goes out. This one goes out to Ahmed.
I have structured settlements and I need cash now. Call JG Wentworth 877 cash now. And yes, I have an annuity, but I need cash now. Call JG Wentworth 877 cash now. What? 877 cash now.
It gets better.
They've helped thousands. They'll help you too. one lump sum of cash they will pay to you if you get long-term payments, but you need cash now. Call JG Whitworth, 877 cash now. What? 877 cash now? 877 cash now. It's your money. Use it when you need it. Call JG Whitworth, 877 cash now.